Let's look at the following problem. A ball is thrown at a height of 1 meter, that is, from that point, and caught at the same height, there. It travels alongside a wall, moving up past the top of the wall, here, 1 second after it is thrown, and then down past the top of the wall 5 seconds later. So by the time it gets here is 1 second plus 5 seconds, so 6 seconds. And in doing that, it travels a distance little d of 55 meters along the wall. Find the horizontal distance traveled by the ball from the moment it was thrown until it was caught. So this entire distance, let's call it capital X. What are the magnitude and angle relative to the horizontal of the ball's initial velocity? So if it is thrown, let's say like that, you want to determine that u. And also, what is the height of that wall? Let's call it capital H. Now let's set the coordinate system. So that is my y-axis and that is my x-axis. So let's write down the kinematics equations for x and y components. Now we begin with x. Now we note that the x component of the initial velocity is ux and the y component of the initial velocity is uy. So the x coordinate of this ball as it moves is uxt. What about the y coordinates? Now let's start with the y component of its velocity as it moves. That is given by uy minus gt. So it comes from the equation v equals to u plus at. A in this case is minus g because the direction of acceleration is downward, whereas the positive direction of the y-axis is upward. The next equation is the y-coordinate. So it's given by minus half g t squared plus uyt. Now let's do part A. The total horizontal distance capital X consists of 3 terms. The first term is that distance, you can call it little s, and then you have this d followed by another little s. Now since it takes time of 1 second to cover little s, we can write s equals to u sub x times 1. So it is just u sub x. Using the same equation, we can say the time it takes to cover the distance little s plus d is, it takes 1 second here, and from there to there it takes 5 seconds, so total of 6 seconds times ux. Since little s is ux in its numerical value, you can determine u sub x. U sub x is d over 5. Since d is 55 meters, so 55 divided by 5, you get 11 meters per second for the x component of the initial velocity. Now let's proceed to determine the capital X. Capital X from the diagram is s plus d, which is 2s plus d. We know s is just the same as the magnitude of u sub x, which is 11. So you get 2 times 11, which is 22 plus 55, and that is 77 meters. So there we have it. The answer for part A, x is 77 meters. And we have also noted that the x component of the initial velocity is 11 meters per second there. Now let's determine part B, the magnitude and angle relative to the horizontal of the ball's initial velocity. In order to determine that, you also need to know the value of u sub y. In order to determine that, we're going to have to use this equation. So let's concentrate on the highestmost point. At that point, the ball is moving like that, so the y component of the velocity has got to be 0. The time it takes to get to that point would be half of the entire flight time. The entire flight time is, from here to here is 1 second, and then from here to here is 5, And then from here to here is another 1. So 7 seconds. So half of that is 7.5. So substituting that in this equation, you get 0 equals u sub y minus g times 3.5 seconds. And you can solve for u sub y. Solving for u sub y, you get 3.5 g meter per second. Of course, we can take g to be 9.81 meter per second squared. So the magnitude u is given by square root ux squared plus uy squared. We know ux is 11 meter per second and uy is 3.5 times g. Substituting that in this equation, you get square root of 11 squared plus 3.5 g squared, and that's going to give you 36 meter per second. What about this angle with respect to the horizontal? From trigonometry, we know arctangent of u sub y over u sub x is that alpha. So substituting u sub y and u sub x there, you can get the value of alpha, and it turns out to be 72.2 degrees. So those are the answers for part B. Now let's do part C. Part C, how high is the wall? So what is this h? H consists of little l, which we know to be 1 meter, plus the vertical distance covered by that ball, say in the final 1 second of its journey. And that can be determined from this equation. So that distance, which we can take to be z equals minus half g, t is 1, because time takes to go from here to here is 1 second, plus u sub y, which we have determined to be 3.5 g times 1, which will give you an answer of 29.43 meters for that z. So that means the entire h, namely the height of the wall, is 29.43 plus 1 meter. So 30.43 meter. And that's the answer for part C. And that solves the problem. Thank you for watching.